Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking about hydroponics and what hydroponics is. Hydroponics is method of growing plants without soil, instead using nutrient-rich water solution to deliver essential nutrients directly to the plant's roots. This soil-less system has gained popularity for several reasons, including increased control over plant growth conditions, improved resource efficiency, and the ability to grow plants in various environments, including urban settings and regions with poor soil quality. Here are some of the aspects of hydroponics. Let's take a look at those. Before we do that, uh, this particular method or way of doing things or growing plants that would be without a soil or soil less. So it takes less soil. Well, again, there's different ways how people can structure those projects and what they would expect, if anything. We're gonna summarize this video with what's the best way or perhaps more optimal way and what are the difference between other methods of doing it. Growing medium. While hydroponics eliminate the need for soil, plants are typically supported by various growing mediums such as perlite, vermiculite, coco coir, or even just air. But that's with just air. We had something that we covered already. That with the aeroponics, right? So this particular way, it's very similar, but and different at the same time because they would still look after the plant, I guess. Either way, this medium provides support for roots while allowing them to access water and nutrition. So they would focus more on the entire system, and they would like for roots to have a hold of biomatter. Nutrient solution. Plants receive essential nutrients including macronutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, as well as micronutrients via water-based nutrient solution. This nutrient solution is carefully balanced to meet the specific need of the plants being grown. So balancing act as well as a person who is growing those plants need to understand what those plants needs are and to meet those needs. But either way, it's very similar to aeroponics. From so far, in understanding what I'm getting, but I'll summarize to identify the key differences. Controlled environment. Hydroponic systems are often used in controlled environments like greenhouses or indoor grown rooms. This control allows growers to optimize factors like temperature, humidity, light, and CO2 levels for the plants. Optimal conditions, in other words, so they would be control environments would key interest in optimizing needs of the plant so it could function more effectively compared to perhaps outdoors, somewhere perhaps that you would find in your back garden or anything. So the people would try to solve a particular problem with this system. Water efficiency. Hydroponic systems are generally more water efficient than traditional soil-based farming, as the water in the system is recirculated and less is lost in evaporated or runoff. I guess depending on the system, some of the measures that you would take to prevent that. Other than that, the need of water in the first place, that would be just what would plant would require. Other than that, water potentially can be lost. Plant growth methods. These are various hydroponic methods, including deep water cultures, nutrient film techniques, drip systems, and more. Each method has its own advantage and it has chosen based on the type of plants being grown and available resources. I have done a little bit of research on different regions as well as governments who have invented something like drip systems. Even those methods have been invented from what information I can find. some of the Polish scientists and was implemented by other places like Israel. So it was invented by one region, person from one region, was implemented by a different region, different government, and depending on the system, some implementations of that, it seems it works very well depending on the many factors, right? That worth to consider, right? But yeah, so based on the research that I have done, even right now, some of the systems I'm discussing with a number of videos, some of the systems might work better, some of those systems might work worse based on many factors. Some of those being perhaps how well temperature needs to be monitored, how cold, how warm it is, what's the species of the plant, what chemicals you have access, as well as what kind of problem you're looking to solve. If you're looking to grow perhaps maximum amount of calories, then you choose particular species, and you will try to optimize everything against that, as well as many number of different factors, right? Many. pH and EC control. Maintaining the correct pH and electrical conductivity on the nutrient solution is crucial for plant health in hydroponics. pH levels affect nutrient availability, while EC measures the concentration of dissolved salts in solution. So that just is some of those metrics, right? As well as benefits. Hydroponic systems can result in faster growth rate, higher crop yields, and better control over the plant health. They are also less susceptible to soil-borne diseases and pests, just because you're trying to the problem that you will be looking to solve. Remove soil if you can entirely, right? But then you will progress into a completely different system, right? But either way, or reduce where you can perhaps reduce, or if you can perhaps remove entirely. Challenges. Hydroponic systems require careful monitoring and management, including regular maintenance of equipment and monitoring of nutrient levels. Initial setup can also be more expensive compared to traditional soil-based agricultures. So perhaps financing and perhaps receiving that finance, as well as perhaps looking at different systems and doing your research to understand which of the system might work better based on many factors to consider. Some of those factors you need to take into account: where you're going to grow, the temperature, the humidity, what kind of calories, who is going to be your ideal customer, who you're going to sell it, if it's going to be supermarkets, what will be the prices, so many different factors to consider. Hydroponics is widely used for growing a variety of crops, including lettuce, tomatoes, herbs, and even some of the fruit trees. It's also a popular method in research and education, as it allows for precise experimental on the plant grow conditions. Additionally, the technology and knowledge surrounding hydroponics continues to evolve, making it an important component of modern agriculture and urban farming. So it's something for people to consider, especially depending on what kind of things they would like to monitor. I have published this journal. There's just another tool in your toolkit for people who are interested in becoming more effective, better when it comes to accomplishing your goals, to having routines, having goals, achieving those goals, as well as, if anything, optimizing your time, 24 hours, and how you potentially can make most of those 24 hours. In this journal, I'm sharing a lot of information with different areas in those 24 hours, and how you can define those areas in the first place for yourself, which you believe would work best for you, as well as working from cover to cover, giving enough time to develop a habit. Once you have a habit going, perhaps working out completely different areas, if that's something that you're interested in, challenging yourself, constantly improving yourself. You can find it in the description below, as well as Top Retailers has it. Very quickly, I would like to do a quick rundown to perhaps identify a key difference between aeroponics and hydroponics. Both soil-less methods of plant cultivation, but they're different in how they deliver nutrients and oxygen to the plants. Let's take a look at some of the key difference, how both of these systems can function. Delivery. Hydroponics. In hydroponics, plants are grown in nutrient-rich water solution, and their roots are partially or fully submerged in solution. The roots are continuously exposed to water and nutrients. Hydroponics. In hydroponics, plants are suspended in air or the mist environment. Nutrients are delivered as a fine mist or are absorbed directly to the roots, which hangs in the air. The roots are not continuously submerged in nutrient solution, so perhaps that will be some of the difference there. Let's take a look for what of the system might function more, depending again what problem you would be looking to solve, right? Oxygen levels. Hydroponics. In hydroponics, the roots are in contact with water, which contains dissolved oxygen. However, the oxygen level around the roots can vary depending on the factors such as water temperature and the efficiency of our aeration system. Aeroponic systems provide excellent aeration and oxygen levels directly to the roots because of the exposure to the air. This oxygen can lead to faster growth and increase of nutrient absorption. So aeroponics seems to function in this particular area a little bit better. Water usage. Hydroponic systems typically require continuous flow of water and can be considered water efficient compared to traditional soil-based agriculture, but they still consume more water than aeroponics due to the need for a constant water supply. Again, a lot of things to compare against, right? Aeroponic systems are highly water efficient because they use mist system to deliver nutrients directly to the roots, minimizing water consumption. If you're looking at the water consumption, perhaps that would work even better. Grow rate and yields. Hydroponics. Hydroponic systems often promote faster growth and higher yields compared to traditional soil-based methods, but they might not be as effective as aeroponics in these aspects. So again, we're comparing two systems. Aeroponics is known for its ability to promote even faster growth and higher yields than hydroponics because it provides excellent oxygen and direct nutrient delivery to the roots. Hydroponics seems to win this battle. Maintenance. Hydroponic systems can be somewhat easier to set up and maintain as they don't rely on fine mist nozzles and may have fewer components to manage. So it seems that maintenance of hydroponics might be even better. Hydroponic systems can be more complex to set up and require regular maintenance of mist nozzles and pumps to ensure a constant and fine mist of the roots. So either way, so perhaps there's upside, downside. You need to understand those and understand all the systems before perhaps taking action and going ahead with any of those systems yourself. If anything, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, if it's something that you're interested in, perhaps if you need assistance with writing down the projects, seeking for funding, just one of many areas that I can assist you with. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.